Hello, guys. Chipster Apple here. Alexander Andrew Julian here on David Art on YouTube. And I will be talking about toaster instruction manuals with you here on this video. Instruction manuals like this from Black & Decker. I have a new Black & Decker toaster. A toaster used for, making buttered toast, bagels with cream cheese toasted Pop-Tarts, those kinds of things, toasted waffles. I'll be discussing some tunes and rules and standards here concerning North America when it comes to the issue of making sure that you know how to use your toaster properly in this day and age. Those old days, you probably remember if you're really, really old of a person somewhere in my audience, you probably remember the old days when you used to be able to use a toaster and not really need to read the instruction manual and know how it works. Well, actually, technically, under international law standards for North and South America continents, that actually is now very, 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 very illegal nowadays. Actually reading the instruction manual for your toaster and knowing how the toaster works is important, because a toaster does have laser bars inside that gear up on a system of nets inside the slots and holes for the toaster machine unit, and it is like a very specific sort of baking and frying and grilling sort of mixture of heat wave mechanism that heats up the bread, and thus you get that toasted bread, like that slice of toasted Wonder Bread that does come out, and you go and you put on your butter, and you put on your jelly, and you put on your jam. And I'm just out here in this Mother Nature where I am, here on Golden Hills in California, to give that kind of fire safety advice to you guys, especially to children and parents and families who may be watching this. It is important to know when to use a machine and when not to use a machine, no matter how hungry you are or how full you are. Keep that in mind. And instructions for toasters, like the kinds of toasting machines that you use for breakfast, where you get, your waffles out and your Pop-Tarts and your, maybe even pancakes if there are Kellogg's products and Eggo waffle products that pertain to those pancakes. And there are even specific recipes for toasters that may call for slices of sourdough, slices of rye, and definitely sesame seeds or poppy seeds or everything seeds can impact the longevity quality of the heating toaster machine unit. And instructions for toasters can get very nerdy and very computerizing and very calculatory when it comes to the whole math and algebra and such, and definitely it's best if adults use toasters. If kids ever use toasters, they should be supervised by their parents or by adults. And definitely there are instructions here that, just if I read the English here, this might sound like something strange to you or something outlandish or something from out of this world or even in outer space, but this is just Black & Decker toaster It's a instruction manual. Like, listen to this. Um, Warranty, United States, cover, long, service. I'm just mentioning some words here as examples of complicated language here. Commercial, misuse, neglect, modified, outside, accessory, consequential, incidental, allowance, exclusion, limitation, damages, shipping, glass, specific, legal, refurbished, factory, receipt. Definitely, they're just those English words there were definitely, if you hear those English words and if you do not understand them, you're definitely not a nerd, and definitely you're not someone who should be working at McDonald's for breakfast. That is definitely for sure. Because that is definitely requirement of knowledge for cooking safely your buttered toast for breakfast in the kitchen in your home. And sure, I mean, maybe there's no health detective, like with a Sherlock Holmes magnifying glass, like looking everywhere in your kitchen saying, hey, are you doing that right? Are you doing that right? Because, I mean, we do have, privacy in our homes in America, of course, but at the same time, neighbors and friends will eventually want to maybe pay a visit to your house and ask what you're doing. And definitely for my dad and my brother and myself, at times we do invite friends and other relatives and strangers and friends over to come to our house and eat a meal with us or visit us for some snack time that may require some toasting and heating and zapping and microwaving and ovening and baking here. Because, I mean, there are those kitchen tools in requirement. And definitely, the instructions for just this Black & Decker toaster can get so complicated that it can feel like I know more from the French than from the English when I read the French instructions. Like there are French instructions just right here. Let me read a few things right here. Pour faire entretenir ou réparer l'appareil ou pour toute question concernant votre appareil, composez le numéro pertinent qui figure dans cette section. Now, right there, I mean, that's like basic telephoning operation mechanics around the Canada and Quebec regions. I mean, that's just basic telephonic science for those who know the dial-up routines with those old payphone and Pacific Bell regions for the famous California nostalgia of prank calls and little digits there to, poke something at the overlay and hit the contact with the banana fruit almost to your ear, hello, And hey, just right here, as I record on this smartphone, I am smartphoning in that sense, because there is telephoning from the past, so I can connect to that. So there we go. And and there's even Spanish instruction manuals here. Let's see. Cubre tiempo, obtiene, puede, relación, garantía, aspectos, exclusiones. These are just some Spanish words here. And definitely, I can even go back to the French here. Dommage, garantie, droit, général, numéro, produit, raisonnablement, compter, produit, possession, ultérieur, cover, fabrication. I mean, a lot of that sounds like such nerdy and technical French. I might as well use old French words from the past, like un Schneignier at this point. I mean, it just gets really complicated with this instruction manual. But I've been using my Black & Decker toaster. It has 4 slots on my Black & Decker toaster. I have my Black & Decker toaster in my kitchen, and it's been cooking waffles and other breads and such just fine. And this video can also act as a review of sorts for the Black & Decker toaster. I mean, it does definitely have wide insert sections to place individual portions of that panhandler dough for the early moments of sunshine and birds singing, or I don't know, do birds sing? Well, maybe not like Disney, but at least in a naturalist sense. And definitely, as I make this video, yes, this is really Jibster Apple, or who was Game Universo. I just changed my name just to make fun of it. It's fun to change names at times on DeviantArt, And definitely, there's my YouTube channel, also called Jibster Apple. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do have my Facebook page. I do. I just had to organize my photos on my Facebook and make sure that my posts were up to date. And I did definitely do some reshuffling and reorganizing of my personal social media diary from the past on Facebook. So there you go. And I hope you guys have a very good holidays coming up for this tricky month. And happy Thanksgiving, and take care. And remember, why did the turkey cross the road? To meet the other chicken. Have a good one. Have a laugh with that joke.